Drum machines and industrial go hand in hand. And today I got my hands on a special little unit. This little beast is the Boss DR660, a drum machine from 1992. And honestly, it's one of my all-time favorites. Don't let the size fool you, it's small but it hits hard. But what makes this one even cooler is how it ended up in my hands. A couple of months ago, I was just chilling, watching TV, when I got a message on Instagram. It was from Christopher Hall. Yes, the Christopher Hall from Stabbing Westward, one of the biggest industrial rock bands of the 90s. I've always loved their work. Albums like Darkest Days or Wither, Blister, Burned and Peel. So Christopher asked me if I knew what drum machine was used on The Mind Is a Terrible Thing to Taste by Ministry. Short answer is no idea. So I told him, give me a few hours, I'll dig into it. I started digging, reading forums, watching and reading interviews, as I always do for these videos. And a few hours later, I landed on this video. This was the best I could find. And he's using a DR660 in the video. And yeah, it took me about 2 seconds to order one. And Christopher grabbed the one too. He grabbed a DR550 and I grabbed a DR660. Now I can't say for sure if Ministry used a 550 or a 660, but I'll tell you this, it sounds exactly like it. The Boss DR550 dropped in '89. It was an upgrade over the earlier DR220, bumping the sound engine from 12-bit to 16-bit and jumping from just 11 sounds to 48. It also added MIDI support, pretty essential if you're building a bigger setup. A few years later, in '92, they released the DR660. It kept the compact, hands-on layout of the 550, but took things up several notches. Including classic 808, and 909. You could tweak each sound. Layer samples together. And build entirely new kits from scratch. The DR660 full MIDI implementation made it more versatile too. You could trigger it from a DAW, just like I'm gonna do in a couple of minutes. Chris Carter of Throbbing Gristle used the DR660 on his solo album called Small Moon. It's even mentioned in the liner notes. Leaning more into the metal territory, it was also used by Nail Bomb, a side project of Max Cavalera. I love this one. While it's not confirmed that the DR660 was used by Ministry, if you're aiming for a Psalm 69 or a Mind Is a Terrible Thing to Taste sound, this box is perfect. This thing has insane sounds. Let me show you some of my favorite kicks and snares. here's some of my favorite kits on it. Let's see what it sounds like with some distortion. I'm using the Filter short bus pedal. I love this pedal. What can I say? All right, let's start with the room kit. Wow. Let's turn off the reverb. Listen to that snare. Wow. All right, power kit. One of my favorite kits. The classic 808. Always sounds good with distortion. Dance kit. Interesting. I like it, but it's not my favorite. Dance kit also. Love that snare. And now you know the drill. Let's hear it in a full mix. But first, don't forget to check out my website tonepusher.com for synth presets and also drum samples. All right, let's go.